I'm gonna start this off, you know, since I'm the man of the hour, the man of the show. I want to ask LeBron, what does he mean by there's no party like a Diddy party? People think this guy's a role model. He wants to defund the police, the most patriot people of America, serving and protecting our country. Was it, you know, at my best?
Because if Caitlyn Clark really felt uncomfortable in the spotlight as the newbie who's white, who's, you know, because white people didn't build the league, she wouldn't have said yes to being Time Magazine's Athlete of the Year.
What to do with the business is, people? It's your boy That Way with Jack Travis to be precise, man. Now, you know how we do, you know how we doing it. Back in the thing again, you understand me, man? Back around here one more time for your mind, you dig? We got some other things from the world of the sports world, man. We got to talk about it. There are about 3 things, man. Interesting little tidbits that came across my radar as I was out here in the world. You dig what I'm saying? First of which, man, before we get into it, if you like what I'm doing, as always, like and subscribe to the content. Get me in the algorithm and we will go accordingly, as I always say. All right. The first person we gonna speak on, man, it's a wild world. It's wild how everything is turned into a political discourse. The people that have something to say, the things they have to say, man, you have to look at it and just understand the direction it's coming from. But the first person, man, let's put across this here bladder is gonna be a one Caitlyn Clark, man. You dig? Everybody knows about Caitlyn Clark, young woman that played at Iowa. Fabulous basketball player, made helly 3-pointers. You dig what I'm saying? Nice little game. I can't say that I watched a lot of the WNBA to say I know exactly how it went, but I certainly heard about the, you know what I'm saying, the uptick in viewership. You know what I'm saying? A lot of jerseys being sold, you know what I'm saying? A lot of fouls being handed out, and maybe they made a lot more out of the fouls and the hard fouls, but it's basketball, it's sports. But all of a sudden, when Caitlyn Clark gets fouled, it's like an act of aggression from the black community. They call them big black lesbians. Like, it's crazy when you see the comments, man. But Miss Caitlyn Clark was awarded with the Athlete of the Year. You dig what I'm saying? A lot of people weren't happy with that or what have you. She subsequently made this comment. Why did she make that comment? Oh my God. White people are losing their collective minds, bro. I cannot believe the outrage that these people have displayed over her making that comment, man.
It's really interesting because since she came into the league, we have to talk about the attention that she has received. She's a phenomenal player. I've never seen anybody shoot the ball the way she shoots the ball in the WNBA. I'm just being honest. She, early on in her collegiate career, reminded me of Steph Curry, and that's where all this attention came from. But before she entered a league that started in 1997, there were the Lisa Leslies and the Dawn Staleys and the Cheryl Swoops of it all, who really built this league, and they weren't getting the attention because, let's face it, the league was built in a way in which it wasn't mainstream. And all she's simply saying is that I want to respect those who come before me. Now, conservatives do one of 2 things that I am so fascinated with, especially when it comes to her. Either they whine or they bully. So now it's time to do both. They're bullying her when she decides to just like a post. She has a privilege. She has been in this league for a year? And she makes more money than the people who built this league, and she understands there's a reason. Not because she shoots the ball well. Yes, that also helps, but there's another reason, Scott. There's a reason that says I'm white, and it's a privilege, and people love me, and I'm okay with that, but I want to also acknowledge everyone else. Why is she being bullied?
Why is that wrong?
Why is she being bullied for acknowledging something that's smart, truth, and factual?
Well, a couple things. Number one, whether you're an athlete or anyone else, if I hear you use the phrase "my truth," I immediately then discount everything else you say, because there isn't my truth or your truth. There's just the truth. And when you start using phrases like that, it tells me that
not true.
Your brain has been captured by something that I don't really respect.
That's not true.
You just tune that out.
My truth is just vastly different than yours. It's not just the truth. In fact, I'm not dare saying that anybody at this table is a white supremacist, but what I am trying to do is at least educate you on what the truth is. Clark knows something that this is the second point. The first point was my truth. The second point is, Scott, you cannot denigrate. You cannot simply say that Dawn Staley and Lisa Leslie and Cheryl Swoops and all these women who do something insanely better than all of us at this table did not build anything that you can't respect.
Why is it such a bad thing? Now, you know, it's an attack on everything out here these days. DEI, you know what I'm saying? Like the thought that anyone outside of, you know, a white male, bro, like the thought that anything outside of that can perform a job well, what are you talking about? Like, no way that a woman, a person of color can do a job well? Hell no. They ain't trying to hear it, bro. So, you know, for her to acknowledge the supremacy that we see out here in the world, just in the workplace and this, that, and the third, man, it's crazy for these people to see how crazy these people go, man. Like, they just don't want any kind of justice. They don't want any kind of understanding for anything. It's crazy as hell, bro. Like,
Jeff and Scott, my dear colleagues, you don't have to defend this.
You don't.
Okay?
You could just say
it doesn't have to be.
Defend what?
You don't. The idea that Caitlyn Clark should be denigrated for simply saying that she entered a league that other players who came before her were black, helped build. There's nothing controversial about that, and it doesn't need to be.
It feels so bland.
Yeah, she
it's
doesn't
like
need to
bland
be.
and gracious.
Why are people attacking her for that? I don't understand.
I don't know. I feel like it says more about the people who are getting offended by it than her.
I think they're just disappointed that she appears to have been captured by the woke mob.
You don't like
She's
the
like
word.
being
here's
gracious.
Hold on one second.
the
Like being
disappointment.
gracious
The white
and
privilege.
saying-
Hold on one
Let him
second.
articulate this, because I want to learn something.
I feel a little bad for her because she's going to learn that it will never be enough. No matter how much of the phrasing, no matter how much of the groveling you do, it will never be enough for the people in that league that hate her guts. It
Why
will
do
never
you
satisfy.
assume
They hate her
that
guts.
why do
Yes,
you
they do.
assume
They
that
do
she
not.
is trying to pander? Isn't it
Because
also,
I hear the
Scott,
language. It's the language of the
Scott,
pandering.
listen, let's get off the internet for 1 second. Everybody, right? This is not a conversation about wokeness, about my truth, about all that stuff, okay? I know that these are buzzwords on the internet. This is a young woman who's working in a league where she has colleagues. She said something about her place in that league. Why do you think automatically that it can't possibly be genuine?
it's the
I don't
equivalent of
understand.
me saying,
the WNBA, even though it hadn't made money since its inception, that's not really what it was for. It was just to give females a chance to ascend and play basketball at a higher level. They don't make a lot. Maybe they making more now that she's come in, and there's no way you can't pay homage to the Lisa Leslies and the Dawn Staleys and hell, even the Rebecca Lobo. There's white players that were also fire, man. But the Cheryl Swoops and all of these other words. I know that may be a bad name to mention along with Caitlyn Clark, because she has some smoke for the young lady. But why is it such a bad thing that she, that she showed favor to the people that came before her, man? You just got to understand where it's coming from. That was a really wild episode in the world. Like, they really had all kind of Fox News shows and kumbaya moments and, just
Totally insincere. And here's how you know it's totally insincere. Because if Caitlyn Clark really felt uncomfortable in the spotlight as the newbie who's white, because white people didn't build the league, she wouldn't have said yes to being Time Magazine's Athlete of the Year. So either walk the walk or don't. But what you're doing here is trying to have it both ways. You're too cute by half, and you've managed to piss off your fan base. Go ahead and look at my Twitter feed and the comments under my tweet on this. She's lost thousands of fans, maybe more, as a result of this. And you will never appease the race bullies in the WNBA, ever. Because you're too popular, you're too talented, and too white.
Collectively, now they've dropped Caitlyn Clark. Apparently, They're not gonna buy stuff like they said they do with Bud Light. They're gonna stop watching her like they stopped watching NFL apparel. It's so Chud Factory, man. It's so crazy. Speaking of the Chud Factory, we've got a prime candidate. This young man right here, he brings delight to my heart. I swear to God, he brings delight to my heart. Every time I see him, he talking crazy, but he ends up in a mashed up mess. A mashed up mess every time. Mr. Colby Covington, come on down here, bro. Let me holler at you folk. This was a snippet of what Colby Covington had to say before his fight.
I'm gonna start this off, since I'm the man of the hour, the man of the show. I want to ask LeBron, what does he mean by there's no party like a Diddy party? I truly want to know. And not only that, LeBron, how many Diddy parties have you actually been to? I'm really curious to know. And is that the reason you left social media? Because all the backlash you were getting for going to so many Diddy parties? It's just pathetic, man. People think this guy's a role model. He wants to defund the police, the most patriot people of America, serving and protecting our country. LeBron, you're a fucking scumbag, and I hope you get locked up in the same cell with Diddy.
Well, Colby, nice to see you again.
Yeah, Mr. Joaquin, stirring him up something real smooth. Mr. Colby Covington, MAGA advocate, subpar UFC fighter, bad suit wearer, preoccupied with LeBron James and Diddy. Like, do you all look around, bro? Maybe I'm on Twitter too much, but the associations that they want to draw from Diddy and everybody that they put with him just because they may have been to a party or seen in a picture with him, and the things they say, the things they infer, man, it's madness, bro. Like, boy, folks are certainly emboldened out here these days. And like I said, man, you better keep it on Twitter. You dig what I'm saying? But Mr. Colby Covington keeps getting the title shot. I don't know what it is about him that makes Dana White keep going to get this man all these title shots, this, that, and the third. But he most certainly keeps getting all these big time fights. I don't know if apparently this guy Joaquin is on a 6-fight winning streak. You dig what I'm saying? I play a little UFC on the video game. You dig what I'm saying? On the Xbox, John. And so, I know a little something about it. But yeah, bro, look like he throwing blows out there. You understand what I'm saying? Got Colby up out of here.
What can you do? Scratch. What do you think?
There was a big headbutt. I know that at one point. There was a nasty headbutt where we just clashed heads.
A second round action? Got him bloody to a pulp. It was an interesting walkout. You see Mr. Hulk Hogan and Chael Sonnen walking out with old Colby. For some reason, man, like everything that whole little flavor, you know what I'm saying? Like that whole little that whole outfit seemed like everything they touched, sort of crashes and burns, kind of crumbles, man. It's just a bad look. I don't see a lot of winning coming from that side. Now they had a major win. I guess that's enough for them. But time and time again, you see people out here portraying, like living vicariously through their idol, man. You understand what I'm saying? And it never seems to fail that they are shown that you're not that, you're not them. You know what I'm saying? You ain't exactly that guy like that, bro. The world fuck with you like that, homie. You dig what I'm saying? But yeah, Colby Covington. I ain't seen him win a fight in a long time. I'm gonna go check his Twitter in a little while and see what kind of sob story he had to say. You let Dana White tell it. Dana White said this fight would have never been stopped in Las Vegas. 100%.
Hunter and Dana said they wouldn't have stopped it in Vegas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too.
Yeah.
Bullshit, like just building.
Yeah, it's just getting started. I mean, this guy's not built for 5 rounds, and you were starting to get going.
This fight would have never been stopped in Las Vegas. And then, it was weird in his post-game presser. Every time they asked Mr. Dana White about the fight and the great performance that Joaquin put on, he oddly went back to how much of a warrior and, how good of a job Double C's did. C-cups. Let's call them C-cups from now on. Every time they asked Dana White a question about the fight, he oddly went back to how much of a warrior and a good fighter and how much the eye damage slow Double C's C-cups down. You dig what I'm saying? Like, well, that's a part of UFC fighting. If you get hit wrongly, you get to bleed. You put your head down stupid while you throwing the punch, and someone else is smart enough to throw an uppercut and catch you in that eyelid and almost delete your eyelid from your body. That's a part of fighting. It wasn't an obstruction. It's not like he came in there with a eye out rule. You understand what I'm saying? That was a blow in the fight, so it is what it is. And that fight would have been stopped. That man's eyelid was in danger of being peeled off and hanging thusly down his face. And I was happy to see it. I'm here for it all. I oddly missed that fight. I usually catch all of them, man. I didn't know that fight was going on until like early in the day. I scrolled across it while scrolling down my device. And I meant to catch it, but I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I was probably here fiddling around with these videos and all that, man, trying to get in. Now, YouTube, I ain't even going to go on a rant about YouTube because they might algorithm mess with me again. But YouTube, man, I don't understand. I'm trying to get this thing better, man. Playing around with these cameras, the audio and all that. We're trying to get this thing right, man. I feel like they got me on some kind of... It's a long story. Don't make me get into it, man. But yeah, Colby Covington loser. Caitlyn Clark, the other, that's crazy. Caitlyn Clark, Colby Covington. I didn't even realize that. I might put something slick about C's in the title. Caitlyn Clark, one in my book, man. I never had anything against her. I wasn't a big fan of the sport. So it was just kind of all content, just kind of, things to laugh at and be interested in and look at. As I scrolled across it throughout the season, Colby Covington, the loser as always. I think this will be the last we see of old boy. I hope so. I'm sure he'll get probably his last little farewell fight. I don't know what we're saying farewell to. I don't know if he's ever been that impressive of a fighter. You understand what I'm saying? Now let's switch. And listen. I ain't gonna preface it. Let's switch. We gonna switch the color spectrum, right? Yes, damn saying. But not really. Well, yeah, we are, but then half of it is kind of in between the two we talk about. So I don't know. I don't know exactly where we're going with this. But let me start it by saying this, man. This is one of the most phenomenal athletes that I have seen. And I think anyone else for that matter, in a number of years. That, of course, is the Heisman Trophy winning, football spinning, streaming, man, Travis Hunter, man. That boy a dog. You understand what I'm saying? Bro, a dog. Dead serious. I'm just hoping he's not in line to be dogged. Now, I guess with the trajectory that he's on, the type of money he's already made, the type of money he's in line to make, the Hall of Fame plays that we anticipate from this guy on the next level, bet. I don't imagine, I can't say it won't affect him, man, but Now, I'm grown enough to know that you can't just get in people's relationship. But goddamn it, I have a content show. I speak on things that speak to me, right? The controversy here lately surrounding his young lady, his fiance, his wife to be, and I say that with a bit of cringe, not because she's a beautiful young, nice looking girl. They got some twins from what I understand, so congrats to that. But coming from somebody, now I got experience with this thing. I ain't trying to brag. I ain't gonna hold you. But I saw a comment that said, show me a nigga that ain't never had a bad one, and I will point you to Travis Hunter. And I feel that they have a point there. Allow me to explain. Coming from someone that has experience with what they call the baddies. Let me lean back. It made me lean back a little bit. Let me lean back. 'Cause I'm telling you now, for someone that has experience with what they call the baddies, I got to tell you, buddy, they are some of the worst creatures ever created out of the Red Sea. They need to be gone back to the Red Sea. Baddies are the worst. Listen, boy, a baddie will bad your life. You don't even understand, but they don't even have an understanding of real life. I'm telling you, life is them in the mirror. That's it. To a bad chick, bro, life does not go outside of her mirror. Oh my God. So that brings me to a couple of clips.
He said she told on herself, bro. You wasn't her type. You still ain't her type. That bag in a few years is what she gonna receive because you special. That bag made her your type. Ask yourself, if I got hurt at the end of my career, would she stay or leave?
Crazy thing is, I already got hurt and she stayed. Y'all, but y'all gotta pay attention, bro. Y'all just be talking. So for you, bro, I ain't really got nothing to say. You gotta watch the video. You just can't go by what other people saying. So like, that's what you gotta understand. And before I even started talking to her, she didn't know nothing about me. She still barely know anything.
Yes, I do.
But she's not here for no money, bro. I was broke when I first met her. That's what y'all gotta understand.
When I said he wasn't my type, he was in high school. I was in college. That's why he wasn't my type. He was young.
In these clips, you see Miss Lady got it. She, the light skin, yeah, feel me. The little mix, yeah, feel me. She got that little thing about her, man. Mad attitude. Now, the attitude is something we've come to expect from that side of the globe. You understand what I'm saying? They from Venus. They keep attitude, and we don't even understand why, because it's some shit from Venus. We're not from Venus. We don't understand Venus culture.
All right.
I just say you're there where
You go to the hotel, you go walk around.
We didn't find Matt. I called him twice. Where's that coming from? What's that?
That's Trev, we're going to take one as a group and that's it. Here we go. Got one in there with you?
Miss Lady got attitude at the wrong time, bro, which is a bad. So I'm telling you, a bad man, a chick like that, bro, y'all can be going to pick flowers to go and hand to elderly people at a nursing home. She'll be out there, these flowers stink. I done got bit by some mosquitoes. Oh, I'm telling you, they will ruin anything, bro. So these little clips, and we seeing how Miss Lady acting out here in the midst of who this man is and what he's getting accomplished out here. It's a horrid look. It's a horrid look. Now I can tell you, bro, from someone that again is at first-hand experience with this thing. And I'm a soldier. I'm a trooper. This say warrior on my neck. So I was able to wig about the motion. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm telling you now, homie like he playing with fire. Now at this point, I don't know that they're officially married. I think they got twins, so he in it for the long haul on two of them. You can go and cash them in. I don't know, he ain't in alimony territory, maybe not. But he finna make some meals, so maybe he don't care. You know what I mean? The kind of money that these athletes make these days, he don't care. But I don't see that. I don't see that being a sound situation for the bro. You understand what I'm saying, bro? Like, if we just looking at it for real, he put a video out talking about y'all hating on me. I've been with my girl for 5 years. Yeah, okay, bet. But bro, like, women are women, bro. Plenty of niggas out here that ran, I ain't gonna say ran through. I ain't calling them nothing like that, but plenty of people I have experience with these type of females, bro. And if she's willing to put that on camera, we can only imagine what it's like when the camera's not on them. You know what I'm saying? At home, like, we can only imagine. And it's just disrespectful, man, for someone that's taking the journey to be where he is right now, man. Travis Hunter, from pretty much going under Deion's wing as a young kid, going to Jackson State when he was one of the most highly recruited football players out here. He was going to Florida State. He took the Florida State hat off, threw it in the crowd, put him on the Jackson State hat. They said he'll never be nothing for going to Jackson State following Deion. That man has been doing stupid numbers ever since, and now he just won the Heisman Trophy. Going on head on to the league and do big things. So it's just a bad look, bro. And when people, I can't say when people tell you who they are, because again, he spends a lot more quiet time with this young lady than we see. But I know from experience, the quiet time ain't gonna be quiet. It ain't much quiet time, bro, if she ain't happy. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to keep somebody to display those kind of you know what I'm saying, like. So I just see, in the future, I would not at all be surprised to wake up and read the headline one day that they, split up and she talking crazy on the podcast and the blogs about bro. And because, yeah, man, this is the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? This is the wrong time. Then I'm like, because, I'm not one of those guys that always got to keep a female around him. You know what I'm saying? But I'm an only child, so it's just kind of natural to the loner in me. But, it's like she around too much too, bro. And I get the feeling that he can't stop her from being around. Like, if he were to tell her she can't come to some event, man, you know what I'm saying? He'd probably be scared what she gonna do while he gone. And so, but then she'll do that. Like I said, bro, it's just a lot of bad signage. You know what I'm saying? So, every man kind of go through it. That's kind of what shaped us out here, man. It's some kind of old wild ass woman we ran across early in life and kind of make it, gave some understanding about this thing. So, again, man, this is my good little this week in sports, man. Just 3 interesting things that came across my periphery. You understand what I'm saying? I have more content for y'all soon, man. And until then, this has been That Way with Jack Travis. I'll get it y'all soon. Out.